let's take a look at this deck, actually. So Haliya, Guided by Light, is a Soul Sister style card, right? Where you're generating life every time a new creature enters the battlefield. So instances of life gain are obviously going to be good for you. Haliya is actually a very good like Soul Sister card because it also adds card draw to the mix. If you've gained at least 3 life on your turn, you draw a card at the end step. That's really handy. And the warp gives her some flexibility as well. So Haliya is pretty solid. So what do we surround Haliya with? Guide of Souls, the best Soul Sister like ever made, I think, because it's your setup and it's a finisher and it's Modern Horizons 3 power level, so it's just best in class. That's just how that works. We also have Authority, Cartouche of Solidarity. So we've got like I'm seeing some token elements to this too, as ways to go wide. We also have some just solid removal in Path to Exile. Now we have Lay Down Arms, and there's also Swords. Okay, yeah. So we got them all. Speaker, Patriarch's Humiliation. So all the 1-drop removal. Dedicated Dollmaker. This card's silly, by the way. Yeah, Bricks, Clarion Spirit. Guys, you remember Clarion Spirit? This takes me back. 2/2 for 2. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. In call time, the white-black draft archetype was play 2 spells a turn. Like stuff would happen when you played your second spell. And it was, I think I drafted a fair amount of call time, and I got that deck to actually fire. Like I drafted it 3 or 4 times, and I got it to actually work, I think, once. And it was off the back of this card. Clarion Spirit's actually really solid. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, it was solid by, like, limited call time, mentality. Nowadays, I'm not surprised it doesn't see a ton of constructed play, but I like it here. It's another creature, and it's also a creature token generator that the opponent has to respect. And if you sequence it correctly, they'll have a tough time interacting with it before it triggers at least once. So, neat. Yeah, Green Sister from Planar Chaos. Oh, Essence Warden? Yeah. We have Fateful Absence, Get Lost. Griffin Aerie. Bruh, I remember this card. Let's go. So yeah, this is a fair, and for the record, so Morrigan Eve submitted this deck into our brew queue, and in the description, they literally said, unreasonably fair deck, but worth a try. I love the acknowledgement of what we're doing here, because this is a very fair life gain deck. You know, we got Wedding Announcement, Welcoming Vampire, Resto of Eiganjo, another, like, I feel like this is a showcase of just dope cards that were like solid role players in Standard over the last like 3 years. And I kind of love that. There are a lot of these cards where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh neat, I remember that. We got Skrelv's Hive, Bunnycorn, Kabira Takedown, Invasion of Gobakon, yeah, Griffin Aerie, as I mentioned. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yeah, Flowering of the White Tree. Okay, that wasn't in Standard, but you get the idea. And let's see, we have Toby, Welcoming Vampire, Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, also just great. Boromir, Caretaker's Talent. I'm looking through, we don't have like Heliod in here. I feel like that could be really solid given that our commander is gaining his life. Muriel, or Myrel. Myrel is a card that I really thought was going to be good. And there was an Azorius Soldiers deck in Standard for a while Myrel was live. And Myrel just didn't really see meaningful play in it. And I think that's a bummer. Another wild card. Oh, okay. All right. So that was just a wild card issue. I got it. But yeah, she's absurd in EDH. I can appreciate that. But yeah, during your turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Having a, having a Grand Abolisher in your command zone. Yeah. And then whatever attacks creates X/1/1 colorless soldiers. Where X is the number of soldiers. Yeah, that's it. In Commander, like a soldier, helming a Commander soldier deck, that actually does look pretty solid. Yeah, I can appreciate that. I feel like I've gone up against, I think I've been in a pod with a Myrel once. And I remember it was pretty cool, but yeah. Myrel's $20? Wait, really? I am very surprised by that. Okay, so maybe she's way better than I'm thinking. Yeah. 4 mana, soldiers top out at 2 and 3. Ah, sure. So yeah, your whole deck is like cheap 1-drop, cheap 2-drop, blam, 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 and then you slam Myrel and go. Yeah, okay, I can appreciate that. And then you also add in your Lightning Greaves and your Swiftfoot Boots to make sure that Myrel can like equip. And the fact that if they can't counter Myrel on the stack, they cannot kill her the first turn that she's down. Okay, the more we talk about it, the more I realize how dope that is. Yeah, okay. It was Stax Commander for a bit. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm underappreciating this card. But in Standard, Myrel didn't really do much. But in Brawl, let's see. Let's see if my roll can get it done. Yeah, Elishnorn Mother Machines. This is such a good stacks piece. Also, I think I need to get a copy of this in paper. Or like 2 or 3. Because that card rules. Yeah, ECD, Elspeth Conquers Death. Again, absolute stud in its standard. Although, do you guys remember Elspeth Conquers Death with Elspeth Conquers Death and 3 Fairy to Fairy Time Raveler? Do you guys remember that? Sorry for everybody out there that I just freaking like triggered a trauma response for. But yeah, that was a time when, so yeah, 3 Fairy, to Fairy Time Raveler, the down tick, you could bounce Elspeth Conquers Death back to your hand after chapter 2. It was so gross. It was so gross. And like that control deck was oppressive, I think it's safe to say, which is why a lot of it got banned. Yeah, that was Fire Design, everybody. Wild time to be alive. All right, so we also had Eternal Wanderer, Farewell. Sure. So yeah, so this is mono white. This is just this screams mono white mid range. Let's just play good mono white cards and see what happens. I'm here for it. Let's go. All right. So let's get into this. We have a 3 lands, Guide of Souls, Patriarchs. Yeah, this is a keep. And sure enough, so we're playing this. For the folks watching the YouTube, we're playing on Wednesday, and we're in this. Yesterday, the patch came out, and sure enough, there are these ranked symbols next to our names in Brawl. Brawl has never had a rank queue. I'm very curious about this. Very, very curious. Yorvo. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let us Cartouche. Oh, I guess I could have... I could have warped Haliya there. But I think I'd... yeah, I'd be better off holding up Patriarch's Humiliation and chilling. Yeah, but it's showing that in all unranked games. That is very weird. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Yeah, it showed the same in midweek. Yeah, it's so weird. All right. So we're just on the aggro plan. They will be able to stick Yorvo. And the Innkeeper's Talent. Oh, this is a graphical... This looks very weird as well. Where it's showing the box. Like it didn't... Wow, like the artwork is like quasi-cropped. That's... All of this is very confusing. All right. So here's what I'm thinking. I think it's going to go a little something like this. We're going to gain some life doing these things. And then I think, just go with me here. I think therefore I am. I think, do we go Cartouche or do I blink out Haliya? I think we make a token copy of Haliya. And put the other one back into the command zone. Ding-a-lings. Swing-a-lings. And I'm going to lift off this token. This feels good. This feels good. But yeah, so there are a lot of little graphical issues. A lot of little graphical isms. Oh, and we found the land, thank goodness. Oh. Yeah, default spider dude coming. Yeah. All right. Wait. Does it have 2 instances of Ward 2? Oh no, the Ward 1 as well. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah. GG's opponent. That was gross. All right, we have Path to Exile in the opening hand, and then nothing until turn 3. But we do get to go first. I think I gotta trust my gut on this. Take the mulligan. Yeah, this looks better. Distinguished Conjurer? What are you? Whenever another creature control enters, gain 1 life. Then you can pay 5, exile another creature, return to the battlefield. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, very fair. One of the most fair Modern Horizons 3 cards ever? Maybe ever. Gotta get that kitty shot. All right. So they're leading off with a Crypt Breaker. Also an absolute classic. I gotta say, so far, this is only game 2 of these, of Brawl this morning, and the kind of cards I'm seeing are really neat. Undead Butler, Diagraph Ghoul, 0-point ballad. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Can you not warp from the command zone? You can't warp from the command zone. Balls. I learned that today. That's new information for me. This is the first time I've played a commander with warp. I was going to warp out Haliya there. And Haliya gains life upon entering, and then this would trigger, and that would be a total of, well, actually only 2 life. So it wouldn't have been quite enough. I was so hoping to warp it and gain a little bit of life there. Whoops. Dang, that actually makes me really sad. I wish I had not done that. Yep. Unless card says otherwise, Brian. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Opponent, you're a freaking legend. Thank you. Thanks for the cards. Means a lot. I really appreciate it. I'm thinking... Let's just rock out Elspeth, make a dude. Because this does challenge the Fallen Faithful. Can you cast Adventure Side as a Commander 22? Yes, you can. Sacking the Butler here is not a bad idea. Yeah, Sephiroth's pretty good. Blah, 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 Sephiroth. Alright. Trying to follow Faithful in the Megrim spaceship deck. Yeah, because it's not a Maydra. That's fun. I'm here for it. Yeah, Blink Fellers get the removal. That sounds dope. Do we want to commit to the board here? Or do we want to tee up the Farewell? I think I want to... Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. Visionary Stitcher. Ooh, actually, Overcharged Amalgam is a counterspell, though. I should probably prioritize that. Well, you know, hey, here we are. All right. And then let's establish the Griffin Aerie, because this way I have very few creatures online that aren't totally expendable, right? And this Griffin can chump block Sephiroth, so this does tee up a Farewell next turn, at which time they'll probably scoop it up. Yeah, I should have stripped the Overcharged Amalgam out of their hand, because that's going to prevent the Farewell from popping if they choose to do that. That'll be a thing. Mono white, Lancer of Crane Elder list. Oh, yeah. That is very unfair. Oh, if you're doing... The moment you start interacting with... I'm a firm believer that the alchemy designs very much encourage unfair nonsense. Seems to be what it is. Yeah, if they full send on Elspeth, I can block the Crypt Breaker. Yeah. This is a weird spot for them to be in. So they're going to take a minute and figure out... Do you apply the pressure or not? Also, what are the chances that this douchebag has a Farewell in their hand? This douchebag, of course, being me. I douchebag. If I can save Elspeth here, I would like to. Yeah, Future Park Stars. Yeah, you think Oracle was the coolest alchemy thing? You know, Oracle the Alpha is an interesting design. The thing about Oracle, I really wish that... I wish Oracle coexisted alongside the Battle of Wits. I wish we had Battle of Wits on Arena to play with Oracle of the Alpha. I think as far as like historic or Brawl like dumb shit goes, that could be some of the best. And I want to live in a world where we do stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, it stalls out commander games, J skills. I think it is more powerful than it needs to be. If your definition of broken is overly powerful, then it is. Then I think Farewell, you could claim that. But the biggest issue, the biggest problem with Farewell is the play pattern. That is the truth. The fact that the game just stops when someone hits it, like that sucks. It just does. You know? Yeah, it's gotta be Mom. I should have activated Nykthos there. Not that I have uses for all this other mana, but... Yeah, Farewell Emperor Standard was kind of miserable. Yeah, it could have been better. That's for sure. Could have been much better. All right. Hiya. Crunch a bunch, end the turn, draw a card. And gain more life off the Aeries and whatnot, which is nice. So they did leave the Overcharged Amalgam up. I'm thinking this Farewell is not gonna happen because we're just beating them on board. Yeah, so let's just do that. Use Social Engineering Brew in Standard, Summer? I think it's a fun idea. I don't think it's necessarily super powerful compared to a lot of the other green stuff you can be doing, but go for it. Like, it could be interesting. Yeah, Escobar MH4, they'll make Farewell, but also add the Armageddon line where they can hit lands. I wouldn't be surprised. Mire Trident, I freaking love Mire Trident. Card's great. And it's also justification for me to make really dumb memes, which is... Yeah. As a Michigander, I whipped up a meme for Mire Trident called Myers Trident. And it was just the logo for the grocery chain Myers. Well, Meyer, but we all call it Myers. And it just had a bunch of S's everywhere. It was very dumb, and it made me very happy. I also had the Uniroyal tire in the background, which, if you know, you know. Anyway. It was very dumb, and it made me very, very, very happy. So I have a soft spot for Mire Trident. So Jay's using the backgrounds in Command to break the game. All right. Caretaker's talent is going to be, he's going to get countered by the Overcharged Amalgam. You got it. You got it, dog. What are you sacrificing to do that, though? All right, cool. So we got the Overcharged Amalgam has been addressed. That has been pulled from the hand, which is great. Love that. I'm a little bit bummed that we're losing out on the card draw from that, but it's fine. Blam. Ding ding. All right, we're holding Rune Mama back. We also have... Actually, I should have sent the one in because we have Eiganjo now. Pro Black can't take damage from black sources, so there we go. Bam bam. Protection does not save. No, that's part of the challenge. Protection doesn't help against board sweepers at all, because protection helps with it prevents damage, and your something with protection cannot be targeted or blocked or attached. So like if there was an aura on something and I gave it protection from the color of the aura would fall off, that kind of thing. But sweepers don't give a crap about that. Do I want to crack the Light Shield Array to protect the mother? Mother. I think I do. Unless, if they're damage-based board sweepers, then you're fine. But yeah. Yeah, GG's opponent. So this deck is fair, as previously, as promised, but like, it's doing the thing. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I also want to give a huge shout out and huge thank you to my Twitch subscribers, YouTube channel members, and of course, patrons who make this show possible. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. I literally couldn't do this without you. Thank you. I stream over on Twitch Monday through Friday, starting at around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's the content that you're seeing here in these deck tech videos is, decks that are kind of chopped up from the live stream, hence the chat and all that jazz. So if you'd like to join in over there, we'd really appreciate it. Twitch.tv/hamhocks42. I'd like to see you there. And before I go, I do want to call out the patrons specifically who make this possible: Angry Jellyfish, Dave E., Hal, Carl, Levi Gretton, Big Mamu, and Vance. Thank you. You're amazing. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, and also, I'm going to be at MagicCon Atlanta next weekend. If you are there, please stop by, say hi. I am also a hugger, but I respect people's space, so if you would like a hug, they are free to redeem. Also, I'm going to be giving away business cards, tokens, and getting in Commander games. So if you're interested in playing a game with me and you see me walking around, just come grab me. As long as I'm not busy with something else, I'd love to get a game in. Again, thank you. You're freaking awesome. Catch you on the next one.